How's it going? I'm Devin. You're in the BA test kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make rice. Yeah, rice, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Every culture has their own take on rice. If you're Chinese, it's boring. If you want a firework festival, ask your Asian friends who makes the best rice. It's great. It's a comfort food. It's the starter to a bowl. It's a side dish. It's a whole meal depending on how you make it. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. Isn't that right, Vinny? Lose my goddamn mind, Vinny. The first thing you know, is that skillet on? Oh crap! I should prepping not wrong. The first thing you need to make rice is oil. I have grapeseed oil. Yeah, you can use whatever oil you want. I only go with grapeseed because Chef Robert Irvine told me it was a slightly healthy alternative, but it doesn't affect the flavor profile, so that's what I go with. Just drip, all up in the skillet. Make sure it's on, medium to low heat. Depends on your oven. I think you should also know it. Oh yeah, this is showing up really well. The tricky part here is levels of oil. If you have too little, you risk not cooking at all. If you have too much, you can get a little too greasy. You don't want to pool when you reheat it the next day. You don't want that orange pool when you reheat it the next day. It's all about finding that balance, because you want to get it to the point where you really lock in the moisture. So I think I'm gonna little double dab. That might be too much. I think. Yeah, it's fine. It's experimentation. And now just waiting. Making rice, it's a lot of a waiting game. I'll show you how to know when it's done here in a... Oh, hey. Alright, so here's how you test it. You get one grain of rice, and you pop that in. You see that? You see the little jib jive and the little suds and bubs? When it's dancing, that's how you know it's good. So now that it's all heated up, you're gonna want to add, oh god, the rice. That's about as much as I wanted. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you see that? You see the suds and bubs? You see the dancing? That's how you know that the grease is hot enough. Awesome. And I want to get them all at least a dab of that grease on. You see how some of them a little more translucent? You kind of want them all to be that color. That's what you're shooting for across the whole bowl. Here's my handy tool there. Shut that off to the side. Do this because I'm feeling fancy. Alright, so some of you might be wondering what's the next step? How do you know when it's good to go and you're going to move on? Some of you are just used to cooking brown rice. That's fine. If I was cooking brown rice, I wouldn't know when's the good sign for done. Okay, but what you want here is you want it to be brown. How brown? Think Ariana Grande. All brown everywhere. Have your friends going, "Is this problematic? Is this okay? Is this a thing I should be doing?" Cut something else, man. Another thing that's important is it's not a... Oh, God! Oh! Touched the hot grease there. It's not a constant stir, alright? It's every so often, so forth, kind of stir it up, see where things are going, see how things are looking. And, make sure everyone gets their turn in the salon, getting that nice tan, alright? Want them to be mulattoes. Ariana mulattoes. Ariana Dorito chip. That is my joke. Someone stole it on Twitter and was very upset. What's that, Vin? Measurements? We don't believe in those things in my house, Vinny. That's not a thing that we have, alright? It's a Hispanic household, Vinny. So while that's browning up, we can start prepping on some other stuff. You're going to want to get 1 cup of water. I'll show you why you need one in just 1 second. An amount of crushed tomatoes. I don't know how much. I might use all of this. I don't know. It's about experimentation, Vinny. We're doing things. Don't consult your notes. I use measurements. I'll show you globals. Yeah. And when you're making Spanish style rice, you only need like 3 spices, ingredients, a comfort food. It should be easy, and those are cumin, salt, and pepper. Me personally, I throw in a few more things. Let's go over those real quick. Some chili powder, garlic jalapeno for some fake heat but a little zest, this mystery ingredient, not revealing what that is. And I just picked up this Mexican oregano. I'm gonna try that out for the first time. I'm gonna just play around with the flavor profile, see what we make. Alright, I see how it's browned up quite a bit. That's how you know it's there. Getting close. I think I'm still let it cook for a while. I still see some specks of white. You know, there's still a few grains of rice in there. You know, asking their urban friends what Head Start is, and telling you to check out some Dave Matthews Band album. This is just something I like to do. I like to season the first batch of water that I'm gonna pour in. I don't know if it actually does anything, but it makes me feel like it. I also pour it on top of the rice, so it's fine if you don't want to. If you know more than I do, and putting seasoning in water doesn't actually do anything. Alright, now it's browned up. You're going to add your first bit of crushed tomato juice. About that much. And then, hold on, I have to put that away. Then all you do, cover it. Let that steam happen. Wait till it's nice and poppy. You just let that first bit, you know, sort of, you know, gunk in there. What's the word I'm looking for? Getting infused, enrich. There we go. Yeah, cut, Vinny. After you let it sit for a little bit, then you're gonna want to stir it in. There we go. Get all that. You hear all that? You hear it fighting back. You hear that kiss? That's how you know you're doing a good job. It's great. All right. So then you're gonna want to come to your flavor-infused water. Dunk that in. You see how there's a bunch of schmuds in there? That's why you only do 1 cup, because then you come back to the faucet. Boom, bop, you get all the extra bits of flavor. Bam. Now you don't gotta do no dishes. Also, season up this stew here with the ingredients you'd like. Make sure you get in that second batch of tomato. When you want this batch to be heavier than the first, again, you're creating moisture, you're locking in some flavors. It's gonna be a good time, it's gonna be great. Try to make sure all the rice is submerged. And then, plop it. Still some more prep work you can do here. Again, if you're doing just, you know, basic Spanish style rice, you really need salt and pepper, those are the ingredients, but cut up some onions. I like to throw in some garlic. Where did garlic come from, Ben? I don't know. One day I was just like, hey, what if I chopped some garlic, threw it in my rice? And it was great. It was awesome. I made a bold discovery. There's a Filipino family looking at me right now. This Christopher Columbus ass nigga discovered garlic and rice. This is fun. But you know, when you get that garlic, you know, make sure you crush it up. Really.
When something is crushing the cell walls, and it makes a thing called allicin.
It's the allicin. That's a part of the garlic. It's really, really healthy.
What's really good for you in garlic. And the allicin is what's really, really good for you in garlic.
I think.
I believe.
So yeah, I added the garlic and onion off camera. I forgot to get the shots. It's also very hard to set these up on just my iPad and nothing else. So now you're back to just waiting. It's just a waiting game. Go for a walk, listen to a book. You know, do some reading, Vinny. I tend to just take a 10-minute stroll, come back. We'll come back in a bit, see how it should look. Yeah, just waiting for evaporation to take. Cut. You're waiting for evaporation to take place. A lot of the water will disappear. A lot of the moisture gets absorbed in the rice, changes the color, changes the profile. I don't understand the science. It's fun. There's something I love about this smell. It's just so homey and nostalgic. When Chimin meets a hot stove, I'm just back to childhood. It's great. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if I waited the right amount of time. Let's see if I can get that Instagram-worthy moment. All right, yes, that is more or less what you're looking for. Ah, fuck, that was hot. Cut, man. Yeah, you wanted fuck, I gotta cut. But yeah, this right here, more or less what you're looking for, that nice orangey, I can't think of anything that is orange color, you know, that's the color you're looking for. When it comes to when is it done, that's kind of up to you. I go for a taste test. Me personally, I don't mind when it gets a little burnt on the bottom. I think it adds a little something to the mouth feel. It doesn't really do much. I just like the break in texture, I guess. That sort of crunch at the bottom is something I don't mind. But you know, just go for a taste test. Oh, hey Morocco, do you want to try some? Alright, fine. Yeah. I will now list every ingredient you used. Alright, moment of truth, guys. Let's see how I did. Most honest. I guess the takeaway is don't cook and record a video at the same time. A bunch of food channels looking at me right now like I could do it. Well, good for you. You have tripods and multiple recording devices. I just have one dumb iPad, and you know what my setup is? I use cans to stabilize this iPad. So follow what I did, but don't record something. Bon appetit. Update addendum. Actually, it's not that bad. I think I was just being a little harsh on myself. I'd eat this. High praise. And a lot of shit. Bon appetit.